Who's your favourite singer? I will do an impression for you. Pardon?
Elvis Presley.
Cliff Richard, right. You want Elvis? You want Elvis? Okay. I'll do a quick Elvis. Right, here we go. Elvis Presley. Well, you know, ladies and gentlemen, this morning. Friends, Elvis. By all means, sing a song. Every time I sing a song, I shake my leg and my bum drops off on the floor. When no one else can understand me. When everything I do is wrong. You give me hope and understanding.
I'd like to begin with a quick trick that hasn't been performed in about 60 years. In a moment, you're going to see why. It's crap. Really? Seriously, though, I am talking furniture juggling. Nice place to sit, by the way. This great place for a furniture juggler. This furniture comes from the brand new IKEA suppository line. You put it up yourself. These are jokes, trying to keep up. Hands up if you actually believe I can do this. All right, hands up if you don't think I can do it. Hands up if you couldn't give a damn whether I can do this or not. People in the front, just put your hands up, because you're gonna die. First thing that goes through your head when you're doing this is that bit, followed by lots of ceiling, apparently. Nice slow hand clap, nice and loud, everybody, come on! Nice and loud! Louder! Big finish! Yes!
Has anyone been on a train lately? I love going on trains. You can have a laugh. Now they have a 3-pin socket on a train, you know, and it's got for computers only. And I just want to go on with an ironing board. Or an edge trimmer and out the window.
Have you noticed these celebrities, they all call the kids by my names, don't they? Like Tallulah Lilac and Betty Kitten and Clonker Ponker. And I think David Beckham started this one. Their little boy, Brooklyn, he was conceived in Brooklyn in New York, so they call the kid in Brooklyn. Jude Law, I think his kid was conceived in India, so they call their kid India. Somebody else was conceived in Rome, and they call their kid Rome. And they think this is new. We did this 30 years ago with 2 of our kids, Back Alley and Tabletop, you know. And,
Well, good evening. You're asking, you want to know, don't you? You would love to know why. I've just come back from South Africa, where I've been following our wonderful cricket team out there, and I must say that being sort of, you know, Devonish and gobby, I am definitely on our side, because I'm giving all them South Africans stick. And yesterday morning, it very politely said, "Listen, boy, open your gob once more, and that bat is going to go where the sun don't shine." Well, I thought he meant Chudley, because it's been piddling down there for weeks,
Like the 2 fellas standing at a pub in London, one said to the other, said, "Here, Charlie." He said, "I've been to the pictures tonight." He said, "I've been to see that film, Armageddon. The world ends in 2 minutes. He said, what would you do if the world ended in 2 minutes? He said, me, I'd sleep with everything that moved. What about you? He said, I'd stand still. See,
you'll never guess what I was doing. I was judging the beauty contest. Oh, yeah, no, I was judging the beauty contest, and you know what, ladies? You wouldn't believe what the girls would do to win. Contestant number 1 walked up to me like that. She said, Tucker, if I win tonight, I'll give you a big kiss. I thought, lovely. Contestant number 2 walked up. She said, Tucker, if I win tonight, I'll give you a kiss and a cuddle. I thought, terrific. Contestant number 3 walked up. She said, Tucker, if I win tonight, I'll give you a kiss, a cuddle, and you can squeeze my bum. Anyway, number 28 won it.
I was in London for 3 months filming. And because I got a new camcorder, and you just want the best, don't you? Look at all that, Arc de Triomphe, all the lot. And I'm stuck in this little flat without a telly, and I've got to have a telly. So I went down to Curry's in Camden to pick one out. Now, I'm very patriotic, me. If it's not British, I won't buy it. I just won't. And I picked one off the shelf, I had a look, I picked one out, and he's got it on the floor, putting it in a box, this kid. And I said, it is British, that, isn't it? He said, yeah, mate, it's British. All right, there's a lot of Welsh in London now. He said, yeah, it's British. I said, are you sure? Yeah, get it, bought. And I just happened to see it written on the back of this box, right? Built-in antenna. I know, hey? I'm not stupid. He's trying to palm me off on this cheap Antonese rubbish.
Because I'm a Yorkshireman, bread and buttered, and now, although I'm from Yorkshire, if I do the clubs around Wigan and places like that, a lot of people seem to think I'm from Kent, and they do. I've heard them saying it when I walk past the tables, you know.
Your tongue-tied.
Hmm?
Your tongue...
Ow. Hello. Lightning's the nine, Doc sings the game. Ladies and gents, you're looking at the future underweight champion of the world.
And tell us about your fighting career so far, Lightning Les.
The first 27 fights were knockouts. Then I won one.
And remember your first fight?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all boxers remember their first fight. What's your most vivid memory of your first fight?
Ding ding, round 1.
By the way, for the gentlemen in here that take the old Viagra, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you can now get Viagra in eye drops. Eye drops, Peter. Eye drops. There's nothing down there, just makes you look hard, you know what I mean? What's the matter with you? Oh, Viagra eye drops!
Monday I got jumped by an agoraphobic skinhead. He went, come on then, fatso, inside. Yeah. Didn't keep up, that smash in there.
Walked along a little bit further, there was a bloke selling Big Issue. I went up to him, I went, knock, knock. He went, who's there? I went, got you, you're not really homeless.
And how can you possibly follow that other than with boom, china plate juggling? Catch! Nobody sleeps while I'm on power. Whole show's in 3D, by the way. Watch out for the knife throwing. A quick impression. That's me.
My sister, she married a funny fella. She didn't know it till the wedding night. She took all her clothes off and jumped into bed. He took all his off, put hers on and buggered off. I found him.
You ever tried to eat a whelk? I was chewing it for 4.5 hours. I took it out of my mouth, there wasn't a mark on it. You ever tried them winkles? And they give you a stick to eat them with. They're like bogies with a crash helmet on.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a wonderful audience. And I tell you this now in case I forget it towards the end. We've been asked to back. We've been asked to bring you people the world of classics. And this we shall do. Get back. You're a backing group, get back. There. We should play the wonderful Hoffmans, Tales from the Vienna Rolls, the lovely Chopin's Lucasade, and the theme from the fairy tale Hansel and Futsal. Some Beethoven, some Bach, some Brahms and Liszt, and some Sober.
Get away from me.
I shall begin. I shall begin with a wonderful piece called Ecstasy. And this was written by a blind puff in a hot dog factory. You can't trust him. You can't trust him. He got up this morning, he said, that looks nice out. So he left it out. The family's gorgeous, is him. The family is gorgeous, and a wonderful family. His brother Alphonse is in the Italian SAS. Now their motto is, who cares, who wins? Got a lovely family. Little nephew, and this kid's dyslexic. He's a wonderful kid. His name's Rabbit Hole. That's the kid's name, Rabbit Hole. They wanted to call him Warren, but they was drunk at the christening.
Last Tuesday I went to a dyslexic rave, and they're all there, weren't they? You know, popping Fs. There's a fellow in the corner trying to inject a heron. Here, Potter. There you are.
I'll tell you the truth about me. I am 50-odd, and I'm dyslexic. Exactly, I laugh at it now. 50-odd, I went to a dyslexic meeting. Oh, what a strange affair that were. I walked in and they were all sat round. In fact... This really big fat guy, you could tell he'd never seen a salad. He says, what's your name? I says, Barry Cheese. He says, that's a silly name, Barry. He says, what do you do for a living? I says, I'm a comedian. He says, go on then, change colour.
And he's a wonderful boy. He's a lovely child. But he is dyslexic, I mean really dyslexic, and we live in the middle of Wiltshire. And I took him poaching. I took the kid poaching, and he tickled sheep and threw them in the river.
Two dyslexics having a pee. This sounds good, doesn't it, already, eh? Two dyslexics having a pee. One of them said, can you smell something disgusting? And his mate said, I doubt it, I can't spell my own name. If I'm honest with you, those are the sort of gags that gets comics into trouble, to be fair. You should see the letters I get about that gag. You can't understand them. I haven't got the clue to get to my house, to be fair. Just jumps like a postcode, really.
Do you remember the very first James Bond? Sean Connery. In the corner, with big yellow shirt he had on. And he was talking to his watch like that. A beautiful blonde next to me Went across, she said, are you mad? She said, you're talking to your watch. He said, no. He said, I'm Bond, James Bond. Oh, 07. License to kill, license to thrill. This watch is a ship-to-shore radio. I'm talking to an admiral on an aircraft carrier somewhere in the Adriatic. It's also a sophisticated personal computer. 36-inch widescreen telly. DVD player. Video machine. This is a stun gun. This is a ray gun. This is the world's most sophisticated X-ray machine. She said, basically, she said, I don't believe you. He said, madam, he said, let me show you. And he went over to this bird, and he went, he said, this watch tells me you have no knickers on. She said, yes, I have. He said, sod it, it's an hour fast. Did you get that? Just like...
I like stupid things, so I'm going to show you something really stupid, okay? Now, this man, what was that? That wasn't me. That was the stage. Look. Can you fix that stage, please? Fix stage. This man walked into a pub like this. Right, that hurts. Could you kiss it better, please? Just hit my head on the mic. Just kiss it better. That's nice. That's nice. Oh, don't laugh. It's your turn next, okay? Just get off. Just get off. Right.
I went to the dentist last week, and my dentist, he's gay. We call him the tooth fairy. But have you noticed a dentist never speaks to you? It's always his assistant, isn't it? She's the one. She sticks you in the chair, doesn't she? Then she gives you that pink stuff, you know, that Campari disinfectant. And I never drink it. When she turns her back, I spit it in the bowl. Then he injects you, and when half your head doesn't work, he wants a conversation. How's the wife and family? Walking around talking like Peter Beardsley all morning. And the dentist never tells you not to have anything to eat or drink when you go home. When you go home, when you have a cup of coffee, and it's all pouring out the side of your face, isn't it? And you have a sandwich, and 3 hours later, you've ate your tongue.
Sometimes I think it's awfully hard trying to do an impression of somebody as well known as myself. I'm going to go on a journey to the centre of the earth. Maybe Richard Burton could be here. The late, great Mr. Richard Burton. As we know, Liz and I have finally departed. He comes us all in the end.
Turns me on, that one. I did it for an hour last night.
When I met at the altar, I gave a ring, a diamond ring, the biggest diamond in the world. It had a diamond at the top of the stone. It had a diamond at the top. It had a diamond at the top of the top of the stone. No, don't you start. No, don't you start, Edward. Don't you start laughing. And now start laughing.
It's your round, okay?
It's like when you walk down the high street. They take us for idiots in England, don't they? They put signs in the high street that mean nothing. I'll give you an example. Ears pierced while you wait. Can you imagine coming back 2 weeks later? Excuse me, love, I can't collect my ears.
Lamshank. Say hello.
No.
Just say hello to the audience.
No, I don't want to.
Don't be shy and listen, they're a fantastic crowd. Say hello to the audience.
I
I don't want to.
OK, I'm not going to force you. Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got something very special. Instead, come on. It's a sock. We're all grown-ups. It's a sock. Please, come on. You don't remember Peter Bruff? You OK?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You didn't hurt your head?
No.
It's OK. She's OK. You OK?
Yeah.
Ken, she's OK. Listen.
Yeah.
You OK?
Yeah. I love you.
Pardon?
I love you. You're sexy.
I can make her say whatever I want.
So these two fellas are talking in the pub. One of them said, by this time tomorrow I'll be a happy bunny. He said, why? He said, me and the wife's got a cheap holiday off teletext. 7 o'clock in the morning, we're off for a week. We're dropping everything. Spell said, oh, have a good time. He said, your wife's given up smoking, hasn't she now? He said, oh, I will never smoke cigs ever again. He said, would you mind bringing some back for me? He said, no problem, how many? He said, would you bring me 400? He said, of course I will. So the following Thursday's in the pub, he said, I've got your cigarettes, Albert. He says, fantastic, how much do I owe you? He said, £95. He said, £95? He said, where did you go for your holidays? He said, Torquay.
We have been, this is true. Him and I, all over this world, all over the globe, lecturing and playing, violin. Oh, sorry. Hey. I'm sorry, now listen to me. I'm genuine. I'm sorry. I am sorry. But that was your bloody fault. Now, I said to him in the dressing room, do you know I didn't know they did a 5-watt bulb? When we get out, I said, when we get out, don't crowd me. That's what I said, don't crowd me. When we get out here, don't crowd me. You're crowding me now with your eyes. That's why that happened, because you're crowding me. See, when you crowd me, you see, I'm playing the bloody thing like this, I'm over here. What he don't realise now, what escapes him? If I play a fast cadenza on this violin, and if he gets sparks off of this on his greasy suit, he'll go up like a bloody firework.
Because when you have a bad night as a comic, it's frightening. You know, the abuse you get from a crowd could terrify you. Especially if you're like me and you can't fight and you can't run, you know. And audiences never give abuse to singing. Big stars don't get heckled. I mean, can you remember that Pavarotti in Hyde Park? 250,000 people. And he stood there, Pavarotti went, I shall now sing from the World Cup, Nessun Adoma. Nobody shouted out, we've heard it, you fat pig, you know. Sing as one we don't know. I get that. And I'll tell you something else, ladies and genitals. I'll tell you something else. It's Pavarotti. What a prima donna he is, eh? Prima donna. I went to see him in Sheffield and, oh, he doesn't like you joining in. Oh.
I was classically trained at school. That's why I never like that. Because at mine was a boys' school, you know, I played the violin, so they played rugby. Get the puff who plays the violin. That was me. I was trained in opera. I'll do some opera. Favourite opera singer? Anyone? Pavarotti. All right, okay. Do you want the English words? Or Italian? Which one? Italian? Okay. Choice, yeah. Paul! Nessun dorma, nessun dorma, che il dia bacio scarilla silenzio. Oh, it's me singing. What's the matter with it? Scetti mia. Who's Scetti mia? I don't know. It's me singing. They think I'm miming. Look, I'll go over there and do it. Right, I'm going over there. Are you ready? Watch this. Here we go then. El alba vincerò, vincerò, vincerò.
Have you ever tried to watch on television why they put it on? Opera. Have you ever tried to watch an opera? Everyone is exactly the same, you know, if you watch them. There's always the same people in every opera. There's always a fat bird with plaits. Tin tits and a helmet. And she walks on and goes, and a big fat fella with a beard and an earring, he walks on and goes, ha, 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 ha! She stabs him straight through the heart, but he doesn't die. He wants to sing then. She stabbed me, she stabbed me.
We play all types of music. We're not limited to anything. The whole gamut of music from A to B. All types, him and I. All types of music. Punk! What do you want? Not you. I'm just telling them what we're playing, the types of music.
You said punk.
Said punk. I said punk.
Punk, you
I
said.
know I said punk, but when I said punk...
You said...
I'm telling them what we're playing. When I said punk, I was just talking to the music, what we play, the types of music we play, all sorts of music. That's one of them.
You said punk.
I know I said punk. I know I said punk. I knew I said punk because I could bloody hear me.
Punk, you...
I know I said punk. I know I said it. But when I said it, I never meant you. I meant what we play, the types of music we play. All sorts of music. Reggae.
When you are. Reggae when you are. Did you hear me? Why is it years ago you could walk into a post office like this? 3 stamps and a dog licence, please. Not anymore. You got to give it all of this in the post office now, haven't you? It's like the Krypton factor in that post office. Do you remember years ago when you used to knock on the door and run away? They call it parcel force now.
Did you see the post office have just paid £18 million for one machine? And this machine can sort 25,000 letters a minute, and then they give them to a fella on a bike.
I got a phone call from BT. They said, "You've not paid your last phone bill." I said, "Don't worry about it. I've placed it in a queue." And, Now, I don't sell CDs or videos or anything like that. I've got some lovely homemade chutney. Now, I don't know if... Because you realise as you're getting a bit older, don't you, that money's not everything in life, but it keeps you in touch with your children, doesn't it? And, 3 daughters we've got, and they infuriate me. They keep leaving the toilet seat down. And, them kids have kept us together. Oh, well, she won't take them, and I'm not having them, and,
What a great country we're living in, ladies and gentlemen, when we can go down to Buckingham Palace one morning and see a beefeater chasing Batman. Across the car park. Did you see that? And the police have said they're going to shoot him next time. Batman. I've got a great idea. What he should do next time, if he doesn't want to get shot, right, what he should do is run across the car park dressed as a fox.
I was in London. I love going to London, and I couldn't believe it. Have you seen where the Queen lives? It's like a palace. It's huge. Oh, she's got a fella stood outside in a kennel. Look. Red jacket on. Wonderful head of hair. Prince Philip said, "What do you think of your uniform?" He said, "My bearskin keeps falling over my forehead."
And do you spar?
You what?
Do you spar?
No, I got a Tesco.
Have you fought anybody we know?
Lennox Lewis.
Lennox Lewis?
I was disqualified against Lennox Lewis.
Disqualified? What for?
Using the head.
Using your head?
Yeah, I didn't turn up. And Tyson.
You know Tyson?
And a few words.
We just said to Mike Tyson, Lightning Les.
I said, "Tyson, you're finished. You can't box, and you're ugly."
What did he say?
I don't know, I took the phone down.
The fellow went to the doctor. He said, "Doctor," he said, "I can't say me F's, me T's, or me TH's." Doctor said, "Well, you can't say fairer than that, then." Take it easy, love. Someone's got to sit there tomorrow. Take it easy.
She said, "Dancing with you has put a feather in my cap." I said, "Come outside, I'll make you an Indian chief." She whispered in my ear. She said, "Can I tell you a secret?" I said, "Go on then." She said, "I'm a nympho." I said, "I'm a Pisces." No, I am. She said, "Oh, you don't understand." She said, "Come back to my place tonight. I've got mirrors on the ceiling. Bring a bottle." I took the bottle of Winderline. It doesn't half taste funny. It does. As we're dancing, she's getting taller and taller. I said, "Why are you getting taller and taller?" She said, "I've got a wooden leg and you're turning me the wrong way." Well... Do you know what? This is true, this. I bought my girlfriend a wooden leg for Christmas. Yeah. It wasn't her main present, it was just a stocking filler.
I played a bit of golf, and I was in Penzance the other day at Penzance Golf Club, and what a lovely place. It's 12,475 hole. Because the greenkeeper's got a wooden leg, and... I was teamed up on one of these amateur professional, what do they call it, like, it's a semi-thing, you know, well, semi, and we couldn't, a Japanese bloke was there, and he said, they're funny people, aren't they? I was in a bank the other day, and I was just getting some money out, like, take me missus out for a meal, and, a tenner or something like that, and, this Japanese bloke was at the next thing, and, he changed over 1 million yen and got 13,480 quid, something like that. And he went, "Wait one moment." She said, "What?" He said, "Me come here last year." He said, "Me get £5,000 more." She said, "I'm sorry about that." He said, "Why?" "Oh, she said, it's fluctuations." I'm not even going to end that one. You just arrived before me, didn't you? We was on hole number 1, and he hit this 485-yard drive with a 1-iron, which is the most difficult club in the world, 2 inches from the hole. And I looked at this little chap and I went, nice, tee shot. He went, thank you, but it is tight under arms.
I was in Sheffield last week, right, and I was at, tell you what, I was at Ponds Forge swimming baths in Sheffield, right, and I was in that bit of water, you know the bit of water you've got to go through before you get to the big pool. Can be anywhere in the country, this. It doesn't have to be Sheffield. Could be, say, Huntingdon. Could even be here, you know, wherever we are. Right? It could be anywhere. There's a bit of water you've got to trudge through before you get to... It's where you rinse your feet, isn't it? It's usually about 3 or 4 inch deep. Slightly colder than big pool. And it's usually full of, like, plasters and cones, isn't it? It's like Veruca City in that bit of water. And that's where you rinse your feet, isn't it? And I went in there for about 9, 10, 11, maybe 12 minutes, because I don't like a good rinse, right? And I just happened to glance up, and there's a woman on top board at Ponds Forge swimming baths in Sheffield, right? She's got a freshwater fish under her arm, right? And it's waggling, and it like that, right? Well, she come off, triple back somersault, right? With pike. I'm glad you like that, because the ending's crap to this gag, to be fair. But it's the only chance to get the pike gagging anyway, so bear with me. Anyway, she missed the pool completely. She's landed next to me in this 4-inch water. As you can imagine, the language. Hey, she looked up, she's covered in snot, broken nose, teeth are missing. There's an old fella about 90 next to me who went, hey, women divers.
So this old Jewish fella's driving home one night and his car phone goes off. When he picks it up, it's his wife. She said, Solly, where are you? He said, I'm on the M1 near Leeds. She said, I thought you might be now. Be very, very careful. There's been a flash on the television. There's one man driving the wrong way down the motorway. He said, how do you mean? One? He said, there's bloody hundreds of them.
Had trouble on the M25 the other day. I'm driving along, there's a little car in front of me, poodling along. Went onto the M11, followed it down, it went even slower. Flashed it over, went there was a little old lady, 94 years old, whistling in the driving seat. In the passenger seat, lady, 92, holding on, white-knuckled for dear life. I said, what are you doing, love? She said, I'm adhering to the speed limit. I said, what do you mean? She said, I was on the M25, so I went 25 miles an hour. I'm now on the M11, so I'm going 11 miles an hour. I went, you silly woman. I said, you can go up to 70. She said, I do apologise. Then I noticed her mate. I said, hang on a minute, love. I said, your mate, is she all right? She went, oh, ignore her. She's been like that ever since we got off the A147.
Now then, I've come all the way from Blackpool today, so that'll give you some idea how popular I'm up there. And it was busy on the M6, I got stuck in the asylum seekers lane. And you're not supposed to use your mobile phone when you're driving in. And there's a woman in front of me, blabbing away on her mobile, one hand on the steering wheel. Well, she swerved in front of me. I had to brake that hard, I dropped my razor into my cornflakes, you know.
I picked my car up from the garage today, like, it was in, and the bloke said, he said, Tank, he said, I couldn't mend your brakes, so I've made your horn louder.
And there's a lorry driver going down the motorway, and there's a car behind him, and he keeps flashing his lights, pipping his hooter, flashing his lights. After 6 miles, the lorry driver's fed up, so he pulls over on the hard shoulder, and the car pulls in behind him. The lorry driver gets out the lorry, little Paddy gets out the car. Lorry driver says, what's your problem? Paddy says, you're losing your load. He says, I'm gritting.
But we've got some good news. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to go crazy. Because last week in London, we had a traffic warden knockdown in London! And they've carted him off into hospital and he's laying on the life support machine. Your chance to join in because the machine was going... Doot, doot. All of a sudden, the machine went... Oh, dear. The nurse said, "Doctor, he's arrested. What do I do?" He said, "Nurse," he said, "I'm sorry." He said, "I'm in surgery." He said, "I'm afraid you're going to have to start him up on your own. Run down the corridor, get the machine." Down the corridor, she comes back. Undo the shirt, nurse. Turn the machine on. Turn it up, give him 8,000 volts. Get hold of the 2 electrodes. But the machine was still going. He said, "Nurse, turn it up, give him 16,000 volts. She got hold of the 2 electrodes. But the machine was still going. She said, "Doctor, still no joy." He said, "Don't worry, nurse." He said, "I'm in surgery." He said, "I'm stitching up. I'll be there in a second. Give him maximum voltage, 32,000 volts. She's let him have it. But the machine was still going. Doctor's come running around the corridor. He said, "Nurse." He said, "How'd you get on?" She said, "I'm sorry, doctor. We lost him." He said, "But it's no problem, nurse." He said, "You followed the correct procedure. Please pass me the clipboard. Name, John Smith. Age, 34. Job, traffic warden." All of a sudden, the traffic warden's opened one eye. He's looked up and he went, "I ain't really dead." He said, "Tough, I've started writing it out."
See, you people, I have to tell you a few things. Did you know that before cat's eyes were invented, and this is true, before cat's eyes were invented, cats would walk around and bump into everything?
My wife's just passed her driving test. Now, if the road turns when she does, it's a coincidence, right? But like she said, what's the point in having bumpers if you don't use them, you know? And I bought a little Nissan urinator, and, yeah, it's only for pissing about him, but it's nice and clever. She said to me the other week, "Oi," well, she said, "I fancy doing it in the back of a moving car." Oh, that's all right with me. She said, "No, I want you to drive." She said,
So I'll finish off my part of the evening. You can imagine a fellow on the radio doing the Noddy programme for kids. And he hates kids. He needs kids like a moose needs a hat rack. And he's been doing this for 20 years, every Monday morning, on the radio, Noddy programme for kids, hates kids, and he's an alcoholic. Don't forget it's on the radio, and I think it sounds something like this. Morning, kids. Noddy show. Are you all listening to your radios? Oh, what a little Noddy do today. He wakes up, doesn't he? Goes in the bathroom for a wash. Can you hear little Noddy? Filling the sink with water. Little Noddy's got a big sink, hasn't he? He said, "Oh, sod it, I'll have a bath." Then he goes downstairs for his breakfast. There's a milkman. Pours himself a cup of tea. Poured himself some toast. And a runny egg. Then he got in his car with his friend Gordon. Oh, Gordon. And he's going on his holidays to Scotty Botland. And he met a Scottish Red Indian. Hawkeye they knew. Then he met a Scouser Indian. Hang on a mo. Went to the cake shop in Glasgow. He said, is that a custard or meringue? He said, no, you're not wrong. It's a custard. And he's driving through Scotland. His car stopped and nodded. He said, oh, my car won't go at all. Phoned the AA man. He said, what's wrong, eh? Hey! Found there was no water in the radiator, no. No water in the wishy whoppers. No water in the headlamps. He said, what's wrong with my car, eh, man? He said, shit in the carburettor. He said, how often do I have to do that? Have a super evening. Good night. God bless. Thank you.